Hello everyone and welcome back to another Universe Sandbox video, and today I've got something extremely special to present to you guys, that being my very first ever collaboration video with Spaceship. So if you've not seen Spaceship, definitely go ahead and check him out. He's a really cool guy. He does a lot of Universe Sandbox content like myself, astronomy stuff, so I'll leave a link to him in the comments and the description. Okay, so what we're going to be doing in this video is I'm going to make a system right in front of you guys now, which then I'll send off to Spaceship once it's complete. He's then going to do the same back to me, and then we're going to review each other's systems. And I'm very excited to see what he's got in store, because I know he does a lot of system curation videos as well, and custom planets and lots of things. I know he's made his own Pandora from Avatar before, and that was really cool. You can get it on the workshop, actually. It is really amazing. But without further ado, as you can see, I've got the special rainbow, like custom modded background from a long time ago loaded up for this. I thought I'd make it extra special. So, onto the system. Enough talking, let's get cracking. So, what to start off with? I'm thinking I may try a quadruple system here. So, I'm going to go with... I always like the Alpha Centauri stars, I have to say. I'm going to go with Alpha A. Place you right in the middle there. So, let's lock onto you. So, Alpha Centauri A. Then I'm going to go Alpha Centauri B. At further distance, so let's go with a binary, or do I go something a little smaller, because Alpha A and B are fairly, okay, we'll work with Alpha A, and then I'm going to go with some smaller stars, I think, or actually no, I'm going to use Alpha, I may actually use Alpha A as the secondary star, and then have the main star as something a little more powerful. So where's Sirius? I always like, Sirius is always a good one to roll with. Where was Sirius? There he is. Right, let's play Sirius. Kind of put 20 AU, and you know what? No, I wanna start to orbit Sirius. I always like to have one dominant star. That's the way I like to roll my systems, actually. So I like to have one dominant star and then just have a few smaller stars in orbit. So let's go with Sirius, and then let's go maybe with one red dwarf and then a brown dwarf thrown in the mix as well. So let's go with Fomalhaut B. I want something that can properly orbit it. So let's see, Ramarines. You know, actually, what I'll do is I'll just make Sirius more massive. So I'm gonna just make it a little more massive. So there we go. So it should be able to hold on to stars that have slightly more. So then I can probably go Alpha A and just have a nice orbit like that. Yeah, that's perfect. So I'm going to put Alpha A at about 30 AU, I think. Or maybe a little further. Let's have it as quite a large scale system. So let's put it at 40 AU for Alpha A. I'm going to slightly incline the orbit. And then a secondary star, I'm going to go with Fomalhaut C. I'm going to place you even further out on an even more pretty crazy orbit. So I'm going to place it up there. Tilt it like that. I'm going to make it slightly eccentric as well. Like so. Eccentricity. So I'm going to put it in an orbit like that. So quite a far away orbit. And maybe just decrease this just a tad. So there you go. So you get something like that. So it is quite a distance at 525 years. So the lurking red dwarf at the edge of the system there. Let me just move it this side just for now. There we go. So they're all nicely together. And then one more. I'm going to go with... So I'm going to have a brown dwarf, I'm going to have it orbiting the main Sirius star, and we're going to go with good old Gasser Green, which is my favourite of the custom modded brown dwarfs. So I'm going to place it, let's go with about, so how far can we go to Alpha Centauri? So, okay, so we can put it roughly, I'm going to go with about 17 AU, I'm going to put Gasser, 16.6, I'm going to put it there. So we've effectively got, quote-unquote, 4 stars. Effectively, this is a brown dwarf, though, so if you want to count it as a star, then you can, but then you can also can't because it's not officially, but you know, it's still known as a brown dwarf. But yeah, we're going to have that there. Okay, looking great. So Sirius, Gasser Green, Alpha A, and Fomalhaut C over there. So we've got the red dwarf, then we've obviously got the blue-white main sequence there. We've got the yellow, the red, and then we've got the brown. Even though the brown is green. So we got that in there. So I'm thinking we're going to bring out some really nice modded objects from the toolbox here. So... what to roll with, because this we could go some really cool stuff here. So I'm thinking I'm definitely gonna have Pascal in here as a this is one of my favorite Earth-like worlds. So I'm gonna put, so where's our habitable zone at? So okay, so I'm gonna put you roughly in the green. I'm gonna place you there. So we'll get this guy set up first. So let's change a bit. Never mind. Right, so obviously I want to make sure this runs. I want to keep the Earth-like conditions. Looks like we do have a bit of a binary going with Alpha A actually. You know, yeah, we can roll with that. I mean, I don't usually do binaries like this, but you know what? That works. That's fine. So, there we go. So, press play. Okay, so how is Pascal doing? So I want to make sure you are within the good temperature region. So I usually like mine around 15 to 20 degrees. So 15. Let's just make sure that increases so we can speed this up because we've got plenty of objects in here. Well, not so many objects, so we can actually run this at a decent speed. So, right, where are we? So, okay, a little too warm for my liking. Okay, see, that's a problem already. See that former C there? Okay, so how do we want to do this? So, your orbit's already been messed up by Alpha A now. That's a bit annoying, right? So we've got Sirius. So that's 8 suns. Now, I think in theory we could just make this guy bigger because, you know, that should hopefully be able to hold... You see, there you go. That works better already. So it's upset our orbits a bit. But I don't want Alpha in a binary. I like to have just one dominant star. Oi, what are you doing? Oh, I shouldn't have done that. That was a silly move. I pressed the wrong button there. Okay, so let's just real to orbit everyone. Just get everyone reset. Like so, because we don't need Sirius doing anything. Press play. Okay, so that's all functioned nicely. Okay, excellent. And then for my halt, we just need to simply do that. And then I just need to give you your nice orbit back. So, there we go. Something like that. And then just cut it back down. I think that's a little too eccentric for my liking. We'll just squeeze that back in. Something like that. And it's slightly inclined. Slightly off the main disc. And I think we can do the same with Alpha as well. We'll have that slightly tilted off the disc a bit. So, like that. Just slightly up. There's Alpha A. And then for my halt, we'll have you... So, there you go. Okay, so they're all going like that. Yeah. Alright, okay. I think that's a nice little set we got going on there. So, Sirius, Gas of Green, and then Pascal in here. Looking good. Okay. We can always move these guys further out as we expand the system anyway. But okay, for now, that's fine. Okay, so how are we doing here for temperature? Okay, so a little too warm, so I'm going to give you a little more... Going to increase the distance a bit more. So, let's just go up to... I think 5 years. If it's still a little too warm for my liking, I will just increase the albedo. But so far, 20, 19, 18. Okay. Or maybe we'll just shrink that a little bit more just to get it roughly in the right region. It's weird. It went up when I pressed the minus button there. That's a bit annoying, isn't it? Right. And then I'm just going to make you a little further out now. Okay. So the orbit's constantly changing, isn't it? Okay. See, look at that. That's a catastrophe there. All right. Maybe we just go with 1 star then. You know, yeah, we'll keep it simple. Actually, I think we'll just stick with the 1 star just so we can get a nice load of stuff in here. Actually, so there we go. Then I'm actually going to make this. So now we got more space to work with. I'm actually going to make the brown dwarf further out. And I think actually instead of having a secondary like sort of big star, we'll go over the brown and we'll have the red dwarf. I think actually. So we'll bring Formerholt C back and just remove the Alpha A star. So I'm going to place you there, and now that should function nicely because we haven't got any other objects that are like mass of the sun. Because obviously this is 0.18. The Gasser is only 14 Jupiters. So Sirius is by far the most dominant object in here now, which is perfect. So actually, let me just reinstate this guy's cool orbit we had. Something more like that. Also, we can shrink that down a bit. I want to keep the eccentricity high. What am I doing? And then lower the orbit a bit, like so. That's more like it. All right, okay. And then let me just make sure if we put it at its closest point, I just want to make sure it doesn't have any interaction with the brown dwarfs. If I put them both there, they hopefully should just go past each other nicely, because I mean between those two there should still be quite a nice distance there. So where are we looking? So if we just look between there and there, okay, so they're about 26 AU apart, those two, so that is fine. Okay, looking great. Cool. Right, so back to Pascal. So let's actually get onto the individual objects now. Enough faffing around with the stars. So how are we doing? So this is... Okay, so we're slowly cooling down on temperature a bit now. So 10... Okay, so let's move you, again, closer to the star. Let's go... 4.4. I mean, that may be a bit too substantial. Yeah, look... Or is it? Hang on, 1920? Okay. Yeah, it's a bit too substantial. I think I went a bit too hard there. Okay, so I want about 4.78. See how that runs. 1920, that's fine by me if it sits like that. Okay, excellent. So I'm going to be bringing all my favourites into this system. So There you go, good old Pascal there. The green atmosphere, the red sort of surface, the light blue oceans. I'm going to turn the ray light off and give it its proper green back. There we go, that's looking great. Yeah, I do like that. Got its blue city lights. Always a great object to work with that one. Alright, so I think if it's including some of my personal favourites, we have to bring LP12 into this, because this one is just, it's one of the most wild objects we know. So we're going to place LP12 there, and let's see, is it looking crazy as ever? Yes, it is. Oh, it's just crazy. Oh yeah. Okay, that is awesome. Right. Oh, look at that. It's just a monster under there. Yeah. Oh, that's fantastic stuff. Okay, we're not going to change anything with the atmosphere or anything. We're going to keep it in its original form, just the highly intense reflective atmosphere. I mean, look at it. It is absolutely mad. So yeah, we definitely have to bring LP12 into it, because it is just one of the most insane modded objects. I mean, remember, it's nowhere near its original form now. Since all the updates the game's had, it's changed a lot since it was originally curated, but still, nonetheless, it is one of the greatest objects in my collection, or one of my personal favourites. So this will be going to a nice high temperature now. It looks like it's actually just changed since we started playing the simulations. How's it looking now? So it's got its lights back on. Oh, yes. So it looks like the clouds have disappeared as well. But as it heats up again, hopefully they should reappear. So we just need to increase the greenhouse. Because, we're going to make this into a Venus kind of light world. So increase infrared. Have a look on the surface pressure. Where's the... What do we want? That's it. So we want to give it a lot of layers. We want this thing to be pretty spicy hot, so there you go. And then the clouds should hopefully return, because I think underneath that's water, isn't it? If I just turn the atmosphere off. Yeah, that's water. Yeah. So as it increases, we should get the cool clouds back. So let's see, actually. So still with further increasing. Oh, it still looks great. Right. Oh, it's getting a little too hot now, actually. Okay, I'm just going to remove the water entirely, because I want the clouds. If I'm honest, I want the clouds back. Clouds, are you on? Oi, give us our clouds back. So they are switched on. Alright, so why are our clouds not appearing? If I just put it back to 0, yeah, okay, there you go. Ah, the modded clouds disappeared. Ah, that's annoying. Alright, hang on, let's try that again. So, LP12. So that's the thing when you work with modded objects, is they don't always cooperate. LP, there it is. It's underscore. So I'm going to place it there again. So, just remove that quickly. Right, so there's the clouds currently on at the moment. You can see them there. Or just take off. There's your crazy clouds. So I'm just going to remove the water from the get-go here. Was it the water? It's always a weird world, this one. It always has been to work with. Oh, it's so strange the way it works sometimes. It's just the water. It's actually not the clouds. It's the water underneath that gives it that glow. It's the ice. So actually, ideally, we want to keep this guy a little colder than where we initially wanted, actually. So let me just remove it again. Maybe we'll place it a little further out, actually. So LP12. So maybe have it a little before Pascal, a little warmer. So let's place it. Wait, let me place my. What are you doing, Sirius? Right, lock onto the star. Right, there we go. Right, and then again LP12. Right, looking good. So I'm going to place you there. Right. So hopefully now that should retain its. Because normally I have this as a hot planet, but maybe we just keep it so it retains its glorious glow, because it's just fantastic the way it looks. So I'm just going to leave that running the way it is at the moment. We'll see roughly where it sorts it out to. So if I put it to 0, where does it sit if I put it to 0? So it still gets too cold. Okay. Oh, now it's warming up again. All right, okay. Let's see how that behaves. It still just looks absolutely mad, because it's the atmosphere what really does it for this guy, though. So yeah, it's still got its crazy yellow underneath. Okay, that's perfect. Right, we're going to leave that alone. We're going to see how LP12 sorts itself out. Give it the nice trail it deserves there. Obviously known for its bright pink. Okay, great. Right, next up. What else do you want to add? We definitely need to add one of the crazy cloud objects in here as well, because they are always fantastic as well. We got Demunix. I definitely want Demunix Hot World, so I'm going to place that in while I'm thinking of it there. One of the competition winning objects. Then where are we? There's the Enixus ones. I want to add these guys in as well. So I'm thinking we're gonna have two. So we'll have the red one. So I think we'll have Demunix as the closest planet. This one just has its crate looking custom surface with the craters. It's such a cool world, this one. So we're going to place that in there. I'm going to decrease the orbit, make it the closest planet. Nixus will be the second closest, with its absolutely berserk looking surface as well. I mean, that's just awesome. Atmosphere on. Turn that off. Lower this down. Keep its thick red appearance. And then underneath. So we need to change this surface colour. So where are we? Base colour. It's this colour here, if I remember right. Or is it? And that's vegetation. Yes, alright, it's vegetation. So switch that off. We don't want that. Keep it with that sort of brownish rock looking well. Because this is effectively just a horrific version of Venus in a way. And it somehow has water still. Now, there's definitely no water on this. So we're going to scrap that completely. Now it has its initial surface back. And then I do want those black areas back. So, and actually, while we're at it, we haven't actually made an upgraded one. So we're going to put a second texture. I'm going to throw Pluto on this as well. Give it a nice merge of textures there. So it should be pretty awesome. So Pluto-Venus combination. Okay, we'll see how that works. So that should be pretty cool. Still looks a little too Venus-y for me, so let's just give it a little more on the Pluto end of the spectrum. So you can see a bit more of the Pluto in there now. Yeah, okay. Right, I'm going to stick with that. Vegetation. See that? Look how crazy that is. I mean, could we... See, that was a modded colour. Yeah, we'll leave that alone. I don't want that on. Right, and then clouds. That's where it's at. Look at the pacey, 9,000. We can also turn the coverage even higher. Oh, that looks so good. Right, and then atmosphere. But the atmosphere will have quite thin because it's all about the clouds with this, and that is just it just looks menacing. Right, okay. Temperature-wise, I mean, it's going to be hot. So let's get that temperature up. We can put it. Let's just put it straight to 4. We'll keep it at 400 roughly. Oh yeah, it does look. So it's cooling down a bit. Okay, so let's just give it a little more. So where are we? So albedo. Lower this. 387, so it's still cooling down. A little less on the albedo. Maybe a little more on the infrared. Still cooling down, huh? All right, okay. But where's the button? What we are looking for? I want the layers button. There you go. Right. 2. Straight up doubled it. Right. Yeah, that's going to really kick it up now. Or is it? 400? No? Yes? No? No! Still cooling. Right. Infrared all the way up. ATM's fine. Increase the layers. Decrease albedo a bit. Increase the time. Really? Still cooling at that close to Sirius. I don't know if that's... I don't think that's right. I think that should in theory be a lot higher than what it is now. 4 layers? I mean, come on, it can't need much more than that. There you go, that's more like it. That's what we want to see. There you are. Keeping it in that hot region. Okay, speaking of hot, how's the Munich world? So again, this is too hot. Why is Sirius not giving this guy a proper run for its money? Come on. It should be way hotter than that. Right, come on, where are we? I mean, albedo's high, fair enough. We're just going to decrease that down, because this thing should be boiling hot. There you go. Yes. Yeah, there you are. The custom craters. This is such a great looking world. Right. Love that. Love the custom craters it's got. Okay, so that won't not necessarily be the hottest planet, but it's, you know, kind of like Mercury. It doesn't have the atmosphere to really kick it into the really high gears. So, there you go. So the very young planet. We'll just keep it as that name for this. Cool. Okay, I think we've got a pretty cool lineup so far. This is coming along nicely. Hopefully, Spaceship will like it. So like I said, I'm very interested to see what he's got for me as well. Right. Let's see what else. Oh, we could bring one of the deluxe planets in here as well. Yes. They could always be good. Ooh, which one to use though? I mean, it'd be a tough one. Fire. Speaking of some of the outer regions, I definitely want to bring Exilon in here as one of the outer planets. So I think, or do we have Gasser as the furthest out? I think you have the Brander Wharf as the furthest out of around the main star. So I'm going to start placing ice giants in this region here. Because that's one of my personal favourite ones there. We definitely one of the crazy banded objects in here. So let's see, I've still got these guys here. I did actually cut back on the list I had. But I want to bring 15 in because this one is the craziest of bands. This is one of the original modded objects back from about 2018, if I remember right. And this one has a lot of bands. Look, it's struggling to open the menu. Is that the one I'm thinking of? May not be, actually. I don't want to open the band menu because you can see it's almost pixelated with how many bands it's got. I'm not sure if this is the correct one, though, because there was a bunch of lime green ones that some dumb gamer made a long time ago. Oh, I remember him, yeah, I haven't seen him in a long time now. Right. I want to see which one it is, because he made a load of green ones, lime green gas giants, and they all had a different variety of band counts on them. And I want to try and find the one that had like 10,000 plus bands. I thought it was this one. You can see from the icon. Looks like maybe this object may have changed over time as well. Oh, no, don't delete. Banded 8? It may have been that one, actually. 23. Yeah, that one has a lot of bands. But I think it was originally... I want to say it was this one. But it looks like it's... The game may not run it properly anymore. But no, but do I keep that in then? I'm not sure, really. Nah, I'm not feeling it. The lime green ones are a bit of a random colour. So we want to keep some sort of sense with some of these. But there we go. So anyways, going on to this one here. So this one, I love the way this one looks. It's such a great looking ice giant. Love it. I use it in the size comparisons a lot as well. It's such a great looking mod there. But I think, you know, if it's a system from Neptunian guy, we definitely need the custom Neptunian here with the dark spot. I think that's a must. So we're going to throw Neptune in there as well. Of course we got to. So place that there. I'm actually going to make Epsilon a little closer in that case. So let's decrease the orbit. We'll go back to the rocky planets as well. I just want to get some of these in for now. So we'll just call it Neptunian for this. Obviously give it the glorious dark blue. Yeah, that's looking good. So we've got Epsilon there. Looking great. Then onto some of the other gas giants. What do we think? There's so many to pick. It's a hard choice, really. Oh, where are we? Got all the modded Neptunes there. I've already got one Neptune in here. That's enough. Definitely think we could squeeze one of the more the banded objects in here. Now, there are some pretty wild ones. I think this one, 14. I think this is one of the most exotic ones as well. Banded 47, I think, if I remember right. That's a pretty wild one. I'm just going to place these in. I don't necessarily mean I'm going to keep them, but I want to place some of them in. But yeah, there's so many to pick from, really. Oh, the world of ice, fire, light. Oh, these could be good. World of electricity. Oh. World of electricity is a good one. I think I remember which. I think that's based off this, but I just want to make sure. So right now, it's just a lot of planning, you know. There's just I'm just spraying everything we got onto the table here and just seeing what we come up with. I think this one here from Chris, if I remember, that's a really cool one. Got to check it's not position locked as well, actually. Let's see what else we could bring in. Hang on, where's could bring Demunix's eye in here? The Watcher. I think that would be an intro. Maybe we have that as a really like distant, spooky planet at the end. See how that's squeezing. We'll try that. I'm thinking, where's the... I want to bring Orion in, which is really reflective. Where's Orion? Search it up. There he is. Have that orbiting maybe the brown dwarf. Have it there. So if you remember Orion, it's one of the old modded objects as well. It should be ridiculously reflective. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. I can't play with the opacity and stuff because it's got ridiculous values. So I do not want to mess with that. So I think it's the colour it does it, actually. Let's see. Yeah, I think it is the colour if I remember right. Oh yeah. So underneath, very, very basic and boring, but when you throw that on, it's just a crazy system. It's a crazy object. So I think it just needs to be at 0.9 roughly. then it gives you, oh my gosh, not 90, 0.9. Oh man. How does that make 90? Type in 0.9. What? 0.7? I think we'll stick with that. Again, it's still a pretty wild planet nonetheless. Throw some lights on it, why not? Yeah, that's looking cool. There's Orion. Getting a very, very bright white trail for you. And then I'm thinking, okay, so over here, so these are the yeah, look at this. This one is mad. Look how many bands it's got. Yeah, we'd definitely throw that in. That one has just got crazy levels of bands. So maybe we'll make this the dominant gas giant. I'm thinking that, yeah, so we'll make this the biggest. I mean, I think we'll just go with a nice solid 1 Jupiter mass. I don't think we need anything bigger than that. So, or maybe just so it's a little different to Jupiter, just 1.01. Yeah, it's a tad, just a little bit. So we'll have that as the dominant gas giant there. Bandit 47, I think this is one of Mr. Misslot's old ones. This is a really cool looking one as well. It's a little bigger though, so we're going to make that a little smaller. Radius wise, again, we'll make you smaller as well. I'm not taking any notice of the density either. I'm just making it size wise look good. Mass wise, okay, so that's a little too small, isn't it? 0.1 Jupiters, sounds good to me. Size wise... Okay guys, so I took a pause because some of this was taking quite a while to assemble. So I've had an issue with gas of green. A lot of the objects keep breaking away. And I don't know why. So what I'm going to try and do is increase the mass of this and just hope it doesn't become a star. So it can hold on, it has a stronger pull on some of these. Because you can see the orbits are already getting upset. Now I can't figure out why that's the case. So I can give it, a nice big 50 Jupiter mass. That should easily be enough to hold on to these guys at this range now. So I'm going to just re-auto orbit these guys, reset their orbits, and hopefully they should stick around a bit better now, because they are causing me a bit of problem. And then, yeah, this gas giant over here, I completely expelled it because it was annoying me, and it kept upsetting the orbits. So this one's now got a sort of tilted orbit as well. I may actually bring it into orbit for my whole C, actually. So I may actually bring you over there. Just get it in line with it and just bring it in and make it get captured by that. So hopefully that'll work. If I just bring it a little closer, move it in range, auto orbit again, that should hopefully lock onto that, which it does. Very nice indeed. So that's now orbiting that. Excellent. So let's just bring it in closer. 3 years orbit around a red dwarf. That's quite a big distance. Looking great. And we've got Green over here now at 50 masses. I'm hoping this doesn't cause any upset to Neptunian here, because it could be a problem. So I may have to actually just squeeze down some of these orbits a bit more here. So I may actually just do that now. I'm going to move you closer. Epsilon, again, you closer as well. And Neptunian. I don't want anything near that brown dwarf because it could really cause some problems. So I'm going to squeeze those guys in a bit more. So there's a nice little gap between the planets and then the brown dwarf. And why I've not given the brown dwarf its green trail yet, I do not know. So I guess it's nice emerald green. Looking good. All matching up. And it looks like the orbits are okay now. So there you go. Finally sorted him out. And this guy, it took a while to get its conditions Earth-like. It's still being a bit of a pest. Nonetheless, it's caused me an absolute world of problems, because I've been probably working on this for over an hour now. And every little adjustment I do upsets this guy's temperature completely, and it's very, very frustrating. So, right, that guy is... Right, he's warming up again. Right, I'm going to leave that alone. Right, Gas Dwarf. I did actually get rid of one of the worlds as well, the life world. I've scrapped that. Right, everyone else is okay. Gas Dwarf. Ideally, I want Gas Dwarf closer, really. I mean, I'm going to actually try and shrink that in there. Have it as the closest planet to the ground dwarf there. And this guy, I'm just going to just re-incline your orbit a bit more. There you go. So you've got your 3 planets around your brown dwarf. I mean, the brown dwarf shouldn't really have too many objects around it, so yeah, I'm going to keep it with 3 planets. I think they're nicely comfortable there. Okay. Right, what's going on in here? What is that? Why is something being slingshotted? What's that? Onyxus, so why are you over there? And the very young planets, are they being slingshotted out of the system? So I haven't even kept an eye on those, so again, I'll have to bring those back. System, behave yourself. This is I never get this much trouble sometimes doing these. Right. I think we may have too much of a squeeze in that inner system there, which could be a bit of a nuisance. But I have been running the system quite fast. That's probably why it's happened. Is some of them have been completely flung out because I've been running the system at unrealistic levels of speed. So we can bring those back in there. Right, there you go. Right, auto orbit, and then you can auto orbit as well. Keep their inclined orbits. Kind of show that the inner solar system is a bit of a chaotic scene, actually. So no, that kind of fits the theme, actually. 10 masses of Earth. I'm cutting that down because that's probably responsible for causing some of these problems as well. So I'm going to just shrink you down. That should be a little better. So the pulsar planet has been reduced a bit. And by decreasing its mass, it actually does look a little cooler now, actually. So, you know, we'll stick at the... Yeah, that looks even better now. All right. Cool. So a very, very hectic inner solar system. We're going to shrink this down a little closer, actually. Have that in the 8-month orbit. Onyxus here. 1.51 years. Okay, cool. LP12. 2 years for you. So it's kind of changed again. It's at minus 39. Still does look pretty exotic. So what's going on underneath here then? So let's have a look. So there's its crazy levels there. Now, is it the water I need to increase on you? No, it's not. Okay. I think it's actually the ice that gives it its wild colour. I'm pretty sure it is the ice and snow. There you go. Clouds on, atmosphere on, yeah. Alright, okay, we'll leave LP12 alone. It's fine, it's still got its distinct features. So yeah, I'm not going to touch that. So we've got Pascal there, nicely looking, nice and habitable, 20 degrees. The only world that's actually behaved itself, temperature-wise. The world of electricity and lightning. We'll just keep it the world of electricity for this. That's looking very, very electric. Very, very glowy. Yeah, that's looking great. Cool. Right, so the inner solar system, that's pretty much done in my eyes. Banded 47. Again, so there's our hot sort of looking gas giant there. You've got the dominant gas giant with its crazy band levels. Epsilons, we've got 2 ice giants. Looking good. Then you've got the brown dwarf. Then on to the second star over here. Very, very dim. And then we've got the Watcher in the deep depths of everything. Very, very spooky looking in the darkness. So, I mean, is there any way I can bring it closer so it actually receives starlight? That would be nice. There you go. Yeah, that's better. Right, so we're about to start. I've halved its orbit down. That works. Yeah, as long as it's receiving starlight, that's fine by me. Look at that. So spooky. It's just having a look. The eye. Oh, yeah. That's cool. We'll give it a nice blue trail to show it. So, there you go. Form a whole C here. I think we could have one more rogue gas giant in between the 2 stars. kind of an almost like an ejected gas giant of some kind. So we can go with one more. What about Bluo Luo? Let's try this one. That one looks cool. Yes. Oh yeah, I do like that. That's a nice looking one. All right, I'll give you a nice trail. Right. Now this, I'm gonna give this like a almost like Planet 9 Sedna kind of orbit going on here. So I'm gonna increase eccentricity a bit, something more like that, and then decrease this value a bit like that. Ooh, a little too close to Brown Dwarf. Something more like that. I'm gonna just decrease this a bit, and then rotate it to the other side of the star. Excellent. And then the same with the Watcher. I'm going to give you a slightly, I think you deserve a slightly inclined orbit as well. And eccentric. Not that crazy, but still on the kind of high level. And then just lower this down a bit. So it cuts in Formhole-C's orbit a bit, but it's still on that far region. And then I'm going to rotate it the same way as the blue gas giant, like that. So is it still receiving light at this distance? Very, very dark. Okay, what I'll do is I'll just do this. Let's move on to the brighter side. Or closer side at this point. So I'm going to put it there for now. So it does pass by the other star. Looking good. Slightly incline it as well. Looking great. Okay, cool. Right, on to C now. So the final stages of this system. Yeah, this has been a good hour in the making, definitely. I'm just looking at the time. Right, so the final objects. What do we want around here? I'm going to go Trantor. I like Trantor. I'm going to place you there. This is like a purple, basically a purple habitable world. Red oceans. Yeah, it's a pretty menacing looking world. 13 degrees. I mean, if you sit at 13, that's fine by me. Right. Little bit. The temperature's a little weird in this. Lower this down a bit. And just give you more. I'm just going to give you more layers because Trantor isn't the nicest looking world, so it doesn't need to look. It doesn't need to be. Yeah, I think that, just give it a little more space to work. Place it there. Stop decreasing. Go up. It's weird. It's really weird. Strange. Let's just run it fast. I think you need to run it a couple of days to really get the sense of the correct temperatures. Running it a couple of hours, it just doesn't function properly. Well, that's why I just want to keep an eye on the system, make sure everyone's behaving in the inner system as well. We're looking more stable now since everyone's mascot reduced. That's looking good in the inner system there. That's all fine. Okay, running it a couple months. Okay, so Trantor. See, look, this guy has caused me nothing but problems. Even that close to a star, its orbit has been bent by this. It's definitely this. So I'm going to just reduce its mass to absolute nothingness so it can't do that anymore, because that's really annoying. Right, so how's Trantor doing? See, now you've pulled it out of the zone I wanted it in now. That's very annoying. I'll put you back there. There you go. Oh, that's immensely annoying. Right, and then 0. Oh, you're a nightmare as well. There's something not quite right with the luminosity. It seems that the numbers are very weird the way they're working in here. Decrease the albedo. Infrared up. Give it another layer. Should easily be enough. 20 degrees. 15. Okay, it's increasing. Fine. Auto orbit. Done. Cool. Then this guy shouldn't be having a big pull. It just doesn't make sense. It's not close enough. It's that object is nice and close to a star with 0.18 suns of mass. There's no way a planet with one Earth should be pulling it as much as it was when it's that close to that star. No way. Not in Universe Sandbox. Right, moving on. I think we can have another. I want to try and bring another gas giant in. 32B Rogue. This is a cool one. This is a cool one. This is a really dark object. 10 AU out, place it there. Distant. 19 Earth masses. It's a rogue captured object effectively. Right, let's see how that functions. Yeah, alright, okay. See, look, again, see, what is that? Why has that done that? That pull shouldn't be doing that at that range. No way. You know, something else is slung out now as well. Don't usually get this with System Maker. I don't know what's going on today, but there's something not quite right. What was that? What orbit is that that's been slung out? Gas dwarf. See, that's broken away from the green brown dwarf again. Oh, stop it. But again, I think it may have been too close. I reckon it just got slingshotted out by the star. I think personally I may have put them too close to the star now, actually. Place it at the further end of the spectrum. Let's place it on the outer side. There you go. Okay, so that's that done. Right, in the solar system, that's still fine. Because I also want it to be stable, so there you go. And then back to over here. Right, so this, Trantor, you are a pest as well. You shouldn't be doing that. Place you back there. But yeah, the other objects, you've got to remember everything's been pulling on it as well. There you go, that's more like it. Maybe it was a little too close in that case. Okay, I'm just going to give you just like crazy atmosphere levels because you just keep mucking me about. And then other than that, I think we're pretty much done. I think we've got a nice, like, I'm just going to give you just a crazy atmosphere just so you can orbit at a further distance and not be such a nuisance. So there you go. Alrighty. Yeah. Alright. Looking good. Just having a thought to myself. Yeah, I think that, I want to say that's pretty much done. I think we've got a nice sort of line of objects in there. I mean, I don't think maybe we could squeeze one more in there just to finish up. But it's got to be something quite small because I don't want it mucking our orbits around again. So you can see, yeah. See that? Yeah, alright, okay. So we'll go one more. One more to squeeze in between Trantor and Aria there. Who will it be? Come on, game, load them up. Loads of objects. Let's see. Fermia, that was always a cool one. Let's try Fermia. Place you in there. So, well, not with that much mass, you're not, though. No way. Get that out of here. 0.2, nice and small. My gosh. This is one with a pretty... Oh, yeah, look at this. Pretty insane. A world of much mystery, Fermia. We'll keep it like that. Just have something really insane in here. There you go. Something to see what spaceship thinks of that. There we go. Hey, got some pretty crazy modded objects in here. Nice little collection, I think. Nice little combination of different stuff. We've got obviously the Watcher looking in there of the eye. Very nice. And onto the inner system here. Yeah, that's looking great. So I'm going to give that a save because we do not want to override nothing now. Man, I've put a lot of time into this. Right, there we are. Cool. Alright, so now I'll get this uploaded to the workshop and I'll hand it over to Spaceship to see what he thinks of it. And then I will check out his system once he sends it to me. So I'll be with you guys once we are there. Okay everyone, so I've now received the system from Spaceship, so without further ado, let's hop straight into this. So, there we go. Alrighty, what has he prepared for us? I'm very excited to see this. Alright, for Neptunian guy, there is a secret somewhere. Okay, interesting. We're definitely going to have to find that. So what do we got? So we've got a Barry Center system, 2 stars, NG1 and NG2. Okay, so here's the first one. Looking a little larger now, Centauri A for its stats there. And then the second one, oh, identical. Okay, cool. All right, so 2 identical stars. Barry Center, center point of gravity between the 2. All right, first off the planets over here. Okay, so this is Orna. Let's check it out. All right, so pretty hot as we can see a temperature. Not the largest in mass or radius either, just over half the size in radius of Earth. Mass-wise, 17% there. Okay. Cool, cool. So the first of the world. So hot rock. Right, next up we have got this one down here. Ooh, an Earth-like world. Alrighty. Okay. Let's go to realistic as well. There we go. Alright. Cool. And as we always do when we're checking systems, let's check the stats. Always like to see, always curious about the Earth similarity and likelihood. So we've got a 56 and a 6% here. Okay. 27, so quite on the warmer side of things here. It's quite cloudy as we can see, so probably on the closer to its end than start for life, judging by the temperature. of this guy. And it's not the largest world either. You can see it's mass and radius. It's very small for it being an Earth-like kind of world. It's very, very small, actually. Look at that. Okay, I mean, if you put that in, if we go to radius of Earth here, I mean, yeah, 0.12. So for that in kilometers, only 760. That is an extremely small Earth-like world. Okay. Very nice. Interesting indeed. Okay. Next up, we're taking a jump to black hole. That's not a black hole. Oh, that's a weird object. What is this? Okay, visuals. So it registers as a rocky planet, as it's got all of the snow water stats here. Oh, that is weird. What is going on with this? So the game's ready. Oh, look at the light. You see how the light's moving around on that? You can see as I move the camera. That's really weird. What kind of object is this? This is very strange. I've not seen an object do something like this before. If anyone knows, let us know. I'd be interested to hear from the man himself what exactly this is and how did he create this. That's a strange world. That is a very strange one. Okay. Interesting stuff. Right, now we're moving to NG3 over here. So, got 2 objects orbiting this. This is a more of a red dwarf. Only 1.44 Jupiters in radius. So not a large star at all. Okay, let's go orbits. So first of the planets here, we got a more desert-looking world. Only 5 degrees there, so more of a cold desert. Kind of getting Mars vibes from this guy. Got a little few patches of water down there as well. But the majority appears to be snow. So let's have a little look on here. Okay. Look underneath, so very, very yellow. Oh, I do like the design of that, actually. The patches of snow. Yeah, he's got quite a cool build going on. What? Surface. Planet 5 and Planet 15. That is a good combo he's got there. Okay. I like. Clouds atmosphere back on. That's a good looking world. Do like that. And then we've got Utat over here. Again, very nicely designed. That's quite a cool pair, actually, those two. I do like those guys. Right, next up, we're going to Unanax over here. Getting the starlight from both stars sets at once. Very nice. So again, looking larger in size than the other Earth-like world. I think this is probably the only other world we could compare to the one we saw previously, the small one. This one's got a 56 and 34 on its stats there. Very nice. Minus 134 though, so it hasn't got the temperature. If it had the temperature, those stats probably would increase. But for now though, it has still got water on its, well, on one side of its surface. Maybe it's, I'm guessing this may be tidally locked. Judging by that, half of it frozen, half of it not. That's got to be a tidally locked world, surely. Let's see, actually, I kind of want to press play. Yeah, it is. Yeah, look, you can see the same face is always facing the red dwarf. Okay. Very nice. That's why the average is so low. But if we actually look on the surface here, you can see the warmer points. Yeah, so it's got the good temperature on the front side, obviously. But obviously not the rear side, because it's not getting enough or brightness from those other stars. It's too far away from them for them to help warm this guy up. So it's all onto the red dwarf to keep this guy warm. And you can see it's not actually in the zone of the red dwarf anyway. It's just hanging on with that little temperature on its front face. Interesting. Nicely done. Okay. Oh, it's just moved again. Oh, that's the radius for that specific world. All right. Right, what do we got next? Neptunian man. What is that? Right. So let me just go back to charts. That's where we were earlier. So we checked those guys out. Okay, so now it is Neptunian man. Okay. Oh, hello. Nice big ring system as well. Alrighty. Sweet looking blue. Can't go wrong. It's a good looking one. Yeah, look at that. Nice deep blue. It's very large. Look at the radius of that. One sun. It's a huge Neptunian man. I mean, we'll throw the sun in for a little comparison here, and there you go. It's a pretty big deal, Neptunian man, as you can see. Hey, very nice. Nice big system of rings to go with him as well. Excellent. Okay, moving on. So there's a secret. Now there must be something. Or is that the secret? Orbits on. Just trying to spot if there's anything further out. I'm going pretty far away. Don't know if there is. Now, what's it? Unless I've missed it and it's very well discreetly hidden in here. We've checked out all of those guys. We've checked out both of the inner planets there. We've checked both of those guys out. We checked out the not a black hole, which is very strange. Maybe that's the secret, actually, because that is a... I've never seen an object. It must be modded in some capacity, I'm guessing. But I'll have to ask the man himself on that, because yeah, that is a very strange. Just the way that moves as you. Do you see from there to there? Look, do you see how it's moving? That area of light it's got. That is bizarre. Obviously, it's facing those two stars there. That's really strange. I want to know more about that. That is a very weird one. Right, let's get the lineup of everyone. See if we did actually miss anything. So, got the two first stars, NG1, NG2. Then you got the enormous Neptunian, man, which is almost as big as the stars. Then we got NG3. Then we got the planets we saw. So we got the two around the red dwarf. We got the very strange black hole world. We got the most inner planet. Then we got one of the moons. And then the first of the Earth-like world. So that really, really small world. Very, very nice indeed. Especially an object this small as well. I mean, that's really interesting stuff. Okay, cool. There's the grand lineup of them all. So, what do you guys think of that? Okay, guys, so finishing off now, I would like to give a massive thank you to Spaceship for sending this system over, and I hope he's enjoyed my system as well. I'll be very keen to watch his video myself once it released. We're hoping to hopefully release them both at the same time, both of our videos of creating and checking out each other's systems, so I'm very excited to see what his reaction to my system is. Should be pretty cool. Hopefully he enjoys some of those cool modded objects I threw in there. I'll be keen to see that for sure. And yeah, guys, if you've not checked out Spaceship before, I'll leave a link to his channel below in the description as well, and also a link to his video too. Hopefully you guys go ahead and enjoy that. Check out his channel, subscribe to him. He's a really, really great guy. He does, obviously, like I said at the beginning, he does a lot of Universe Sandbox and Space Engine content as well. So yeah, definitely go ahead and check him out. And yeah, if that all said and done, guys, make sure you have a great day. Stay safe out there, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.